guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Goth Kids, hosted by me, your boy Adam.
And it's your girl, Ashley.
As always, who else would it be? Who else would I have as my co-host?
Your co-star.
As my co-star. As the main host. In today's episode, we are going to do something a little bit more fun. We're going to be doing the NGO confessions. I asked you guys this about, I don't even know, dog. I asked you guys this, months ago, because I said that we were going to open up the podcast again, and then it just never happened.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, but here we are. I screenshotted some of them. We're only going to be doing 10 today, nothing, too crazy. But yeah, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. So the first one is, and then this is all anonymous if you guys don't know what the NGO app is. Because for some reason people are so much more comfortable doing anonymous than having their name out there.
That's how it always is though.
Yeah. Like the things that they confess, sometimes I'm like, wait.
Who is this? Post it on my story. Who is this? Swipe up right now.
I'll pay you $100 if you tell me who you are. Because this is wild. Okay, the first question is, when was your first kiss?
Oh my god. My first kiss was probably when I was 5.
When I was
Yeah. No, maybe 4. 4 or 5. No, do I remember that 4? Yeah, probably 4 or 5.
I was about to say something, but no.
No, say it.
Because you were when I was 5. And I was yeah, when I was SH.
Well, I mean, kinda, yeah.
No.
Well, who kisses a 5-year-old? not another 5-year-old. That's
oh
for
my
sure.
God.
Well, that answers that. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. This audio is gonna be so because this is so laughing. God. Well, you didn't ask for the story, so I'm just gonna say 4 or 5.
You didn't ask for the story.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell the story.
Well, my first kiss, I think I was in the 7th grade.
That was your first kiss?
I think so, yeah.
Bye. What does it feel like to have a natural feeling kiss? Wow, that's not bad.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about that, I had it at the same age as you, baby.
So, were we talking about not traumatic or traumatic? Because
well, 5-year-olds, yeah, that's traumatic.
That's traumatic.
That was, but we're not gonna get into that. 7th grade, yeah, that was
7th grade.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it a? Oh wait, I mean, I feel like we should answer. Was it a boy or was it a girl?
It was a girl.
It was a girl. Mine was a guy.
Yeah,
it was a man.
It was a girl. That's when I was still figuring myself out.
Okay.
And I mean, I was attracted to her, or else I wouldn't have kissed her.
I was gonna say, well, hopefully you wouldn't have kissed her. That would be mean, Adam. You were one of those kids. I just kissed her because I felt bad.
No.
That's coming from experience.
I kissed her because she was lonely.
Are you talking about me?
Did we go to the same school? Oh hell no. Okay, next one. We answered this one in the last one. Probably a typical question, but why did you stop doing the podcast? So we answered this in the last episode that we did. It just became a little too serious for us, and then we also we needed a break from doing it. Some of the topics were getting a little too
serious.
Yeah, too serious, and it was, as much as I hate this word, it was becoming triggering.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we needed to just take a break
and even though we were trying to be what this podcast, well, at least for me, what it was meant for is so I could express myself more freely.
Yeah.
But I felt like we were eggshelling a lot of things.
No, honestly.
I felt like we were tiptoeing a lot of things, and we were yeah, you know what, we gotta cut that, we gotta not say that, or you know what, we just gotta avoid the topic or the conversation.
Yeah.
So it just became a little too serious, and it was supposed to be for fun. We're supposed to be here to laugh, you're on a FaceTime call with somebody, not you're hearing something traumatic all the time. And it was becoming really, really serious. Every single episode,
it just felt more like we were in therapy than if anything.
Crying every episode.
Yeah.
God.
Oh my god, bro. But that's why we stopped, but now we're back. And it feels right.
Yeah, it feels way more comfy than it did the first time.
Yeah, it did. Because at first it was going really good, and then the topics got really serious, and I was like,
yeah, let's not do this anymore.
Yeah.
But that's why we stopped too. We didn't because I would always so Adam, when are we going to do our next podcast? And then I just stopped asking because I was like, no, it's going to become too much. I felt like we had to overtop the last episode.
Yeah.
With triggering.
Yeah, with just Yeah, we just think that we shouldn't even have been talking about
to begin with. Like, we should have given it like a year before we started like going so deep in those conversations.
Just talking about half of the things.
Or at least 6 months, maybe.
But no, we went full force on that thing. Okay, next one. We answered this one too, and the last one is Ashley still in her relationship? How's your love life going, Adam?
Who asked me that? Bye. Who asked me that? You don't know me like that.
You don't know me like that to be asking me this.
You go first.
It's going really well. I am in a relationship. I talk about it with Ashley right now. We did like celebrate our 1 month, and we did the hard launch. That was enough. That was a lot coming out of me. So right now, I'm not prepared to talk about the relationship yet. I talk about it with Ashley, obviously, because she's like my best friend. But to put it out there right now, nah.
Sorry, not sorry. You're gonna have to buy the premium for that. You're gonna have to be the premium podcast
for that. Yeah, maybe later on, because the idea that I have is that like when me and him hit a year, I'll bring him on and me and him could talk about it.
Aww.
Yeah, because I want him to tell like I shouldn't use that word because I was gonna say like defend himself, but no, just like explain himself too and like put his story out there.
What does he gotta defend himself? Guys, I'm sorry that I'm dating Adam, but like listen to me. There's some good pointers. And then with me, like I talked about it in the last one, we were talking about it a lot. Sorry, I feel like I talk about my ex a lot, but it's okay.
No, but you need it though.
Like I feel like so with me, I'm not in my relationship anymore. As everybody knew, like in the last podcast, I would always talk about like. Well, our first one, like before we relaunched it, was like, you know, my man, I had like this happy relationship, blah, 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 blah. Well, like, long story short, we're not together anymore. It's about to be a year. So I've been single, may or may not be seeing, not single, but not single Ashley soon. We'll see. I just say, like, I gotta take my time.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm finally single again. Like, let me enjoy my life. Let me just live it a little. But, you know, that don't want to say anything that might hurt somebody's feelings. So, just keep it as that for the meantime. So, I'm single, broken up with, healing, and just trying.
Yeah. And so, you don't really want to put it out there, like, so soon. Because then you end up looking like a dumbass. You know? Yeah. Like how I used to.
Like me, like, oh my god, guys, I'm like literally talking to this one guy, and it's just like, wait, babe, what happened to him? Oh yeah, long story short, we stopped talking after a week. Like, that's how it would happen though. No, like, honestly, that's what happens is like when you open yourself up to this, you're like, oh, I'm feeling this new man. Literally a week later, where is he? Well, we stopped talking to him and we started talking to Julio, Juan, and Eddie. Like all of these people all together, just like. Oh, okay.
I started talking to 5 other guys after him. Sorry.
Just like, who are we talking about?
Can you not keep up? What's going on?
Like, babe, it's a whole new roster now. It resets every month.
Like, it resets every week.
Every week.
Come on.
Every week, just like my body count.
Oh my god. At the end of the year, it resets back to 0.
To 0. The year? Damn, that's still a big number. I'm kidding.
That's still a big number.
I'm totally kidding.
Speaking of that, though, I have been... I didn't talk about that in the last episode.
No.
I celebrated a year of being celibate. So for me, it has been a year. I haven't done anything in a year. It's beautiful. It makes you... Like, as cheesy as it sounds, it makes you love yourself more and realize your self-worth. Yeah. So, yeah. I just
you don't feel as used or just, like, dirty garbage.
No, honestly. And then, like me speaking it from my experience, you know, me being more of a bottom, letting somebody, like... in you like that is so intimate.
Extremely. Like, you don't even think about it. Like, somebody is inside of you. Like, part of your body for that moment. Just, like, ugh, I just hate it. Ew.
No, yeah, and it's like, you think back and you're like, damn, I literally gave it to just whoever.
Yeah. We're terrible. and we're not going to talk about me.
But yeah, it's been a year. I haven't done anything. I feel really great. I mean, there's times where I'm fiending. I mean, obviously it's gonna happen.
Like you like that's part of the emotion too, like of human anatomy. You crave that. It's part of being a human. Like you'll just like me. I don't like people touching me. That's my number one thing.
Yeah,
if you know
same.
me, you will know that I do not like people to touch me. But like once in a while, I don't mind it. But I'm just like I cannot do it. I'm just like, which is funny. I'm like. People always ask me, like, how do you become, like, physically intimate with somebody? But, like, mind your business. But, like, it's really hard, too. So I'm just, like, how I go from, like, being, like, oh, I don't care to, like, just don't breathe near me is, like, crazy.
Yeah, no, honestly. Yeah. some intense moves.
Whiplash is crazy.
Whiplash
Neck
is-
broken.
No, for real. I'm in the neck brace 24/7. Because women, I want it, and then I'm just like, ugh.
No, do not come near me.
Never mind.
It's just like, ooh, when you break it down, I'm like, everything is like really gross. When you break it down to the nitty gritty,
Oh,
I'm just
dude,
like, it's
yeah.
gross. Like, I know how I am, but I don't know how you are.
No, for real.
Just like, ooh.
Yeah, so your boy's waiting. And even in the relationship, I'm still waiting. We're both still waiting.
But that's good. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like, not to be like anything, like, you know, because I was always like, you didn't even have to take me to dinner.
Oh,
like,
same.
just be nice to
Same.
me.
No, literally same.
And now I'm like, no, I have to be more careful with that, because the minute you give someone something that they want from you, the mystery and the veil kind of disappears.
Yeah.
They're like, well, I already know how you are, so next.
So next, I don't want this.
Like, let me at least entrap you first.
Oh my god. Give me a kid, damn.
Damn, I'm like, babe.
Propose to me, Jesus.
But I always say, like, my motto is what I've always said is, like, I love to test out the car before I buy it.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
I still say that to this day. I am not going to purchase a vehicle if I'm not test driven it. Sorry, not sorry. Like, people who are like, oh, like, you know, we got married and then we buy. Like, great, good for you. But, like, no, baby. No, I need to know that it's good. I'm not going to be stuck with you forever. It's not good.
I need to know that you can keep it up at all times.
At all
Because
times.
I need it like 3 times a day.
5
Oh
on
my
a
God.
bad day.
No, for real. It's like, oh, you thought we were done? Come over here.
Come over here. No sleep whatsoever.
No sleep.
Oh my god, we really need to. As you can tell,
We really need it.
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. I mean, it's been a year. A year and now. 3 months? The 28th of this month will be 3 months. So a year and 3 months.
Wow, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a check.
I know,
Congratulations.
for real. And then also, I celebrated a year of being sober. Yay for me.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sober. I still drink, but not how I used to. But I do want to get to like the point of
Not drinking at all?
yeah, like no alcohol, like at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Give it like a year. Me saying that biasly because I'm only 20, so when I turn 21, I'm like, hey, give me just a year, and then we can stop.
No, I know. Like I'll take like one every now and then, but I don't get like how I used to.
Well, it's also not good either.
No,
so like
yeah.
not for your buying money. I'm not trying to be like, oh, don't do that, because you can do whatever you
No,
want,
yeah.
but eventually it catches up to you. So coming from a 20-year-old.
No, honestly, like we were 21 when we were 15.
Excuse me, yeah.
So this liver shot out.
Yeah.
So if anybody is down for a transplant,
So if you can give me your liver, then we can party.
then we can party. So I can destroy that one.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Next.
Next one is, what's an important conversation to have when getting to know somebody romantically?
I feel like I'm the worst when it comes to this,
You
but
are. You are.
I am. I'm really bad.
You are.
I don't ask any questions. I'm
Mhm.
like, hey, love me. No, not even.
So how big is it?
So tell me, is it Pound Town?
Is it Pound Town in Cream City?
An important question. If you're talking about like a serious relationship, I don't even say like to talk about it. Just see their habits inside and out. Like if you can, like hang out with them in different environments.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like I went very wrong. We only stuck to 2 places that we went to, so I didn't really get to see different environments of him. And when we finally did go out, like outside of, you know, my house, his house, or whatever, I was like, wait a minute, we are clashing a lot here. So I feel like instead of asking questions, maybe just like, obviously like you know you want to ask questions, but like just see how this person is in different environments. Because like, let's see how they are stressed, how they are happy, how are they in like a normal mood. Like they're always going to want to portray that they're this happy person, but in reality it's not always like that 24/7. I want to see you at a time where you're being a little bit less like trying to impress me and more like, oh, like just in a different zone than your house or with your family, because obviously you're going to be on your best behavior. So I would just say to see them in a different environment. That would be my advice.
No, yeah, and like too, like how they treat their family. I mean, obviously when it comes to that situation, there are certain situations where like the family does ask for. Yeah, because like I was saying, like there are some certain situations where like the family does kind of treat them like shit. So I get it, but if they don't and they treat them bad, then yeah. how they treat like the waiters, the waitresses, the people that are serving them.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, if they're like sexist shit towards them, that's like
that. Again, different environments. Go to a restaurant, go to a movie, go to a park, go to an extreme paintball thing. See how they are and how they treat other people.
See how violent they get.
Take them to a rage room. See how angry they are.
And if it's a little too much, walk out.
Walk out. Run. Red flag. She gonna punch you.
Run, babe, run. For me, and I feel like we talked about this like in the other podcast. And important conversations for me to have will always be when it comes to like political matters. Like if they believe in like basic human rights, if they believe in like if they're not misogynistic, if they're not bigots, if they believe in like Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, protecting our street vendors because for a while they were getting mugged, unfortunately, respecting people's pronouns and their gender expression, gender identity, just stuff like that has always been very important to me because me and you, like, we really believe in all of that. I mean, obviously we wouldn't be friends.
True.
Yeah. But like for me, it's a very important thing. So that's a topic that I always have in when I'm getting to know somebody romantically, but then that's also something that I put out there in the dating apps because some of them, like, I know when I was on Facebook dating, there's just like you know how they have like prompts, that one where it's like with something that you believe in. So I'll list all of that, and I've had some people tell me like, oh, sorry, like we could be a good match, but I'm not politically correct, or sorry, but I don't believe that trans women are women, or just stuff like that. And I'm like, well, bye, because I'm not dealing with that.
And I always say, like, if you have an opinion on something, it's just also depending how you put it out there too.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to you because you have a different opinion from me, because obviously we're not going to agree in everything. But it's just also how you present an opinion. Like, if it comes from a place of hatred, or a place where disgust, then I'm just like, yeah, no, it's not. We don't have to see eye to eye and everything, but I'm like, if it comes from a place where it's evil and sad and you just don't understand, like, I'm like, that's fine if you want to be like that, but just not with me, because I that's not how I am. I'm like, I'm genuinely, like, I'm mean, but I'm a very nice person to people. I'm just like, I will be mean to you if that's how you are to me, but I will never treat people with disrespect. Like, that's just not my vibe. So, like, if you're like that, then okay, but just not near me. I don't want to feel uncomfortable, and I also don't want to fight you. So
no, exactly. And then some of them, like, they'll say shit out loud.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get beat up right now for hatred.
I'm gonna walk. No, for real. I was like, I'm walking home. I'm ending this.
I'm done.
Yeah, because that's what Ashley knows about this. That happened to a guy that I was speaking to during the Barbie movie. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that the movie was annoying, that he didn't see the point in it.
And if you don't like the Barbie movie, you're a red flag.
Exactly. That's the new one. I'm like, so what you think about it?
So what? Tell me 3 points that you love about Barbie.
Exactly. It's always that, and then Wolf of Wall Street. Because I barely saw Wolf of Wall Street, because it's the way. Have you seen it or no?
No, I've never seen it.
The best way I can explain it is that it's that typical movie that incel men watch, and they wholeheartedly believe that's who they are, because they do Bitcoin. They swear that they're like hustlers and whatnot. Did he know how to hustle? Yes, I'll give him that. But it was just so toxic, so extremely misogynistic.
Okay.
So those 2 movies, I'm like, so what do you think about this?
I'm gonna start asking that. Be like, so what do we love about the Barbie movie?
And what do we love about The Wolf of Wall Street?
Nothing. Oh, love you.
Love you. Marry me right now.
I'm walking down the aisle as we speak. Where you at?
You just leave the date and you're
just like, we're going right now. Hey, it's Vegas.
He's like, where are you? I'm at the chapel.
The chapel right now. Like,
meet me here.
So I guess those are a couple. Like, there's obviously a lot more, but like, I will say though that I'm very inexperienced when it comes to relationships. I've only been in one. Yeah. So I really couldn't tell you. And then, like, I wasn't ever looking for one beforehand, so I really don't know. Like, I still ask, like, Adam. I still text him, like, what do you think I should ask this person, like, for me to get to know them? Or I'll ask, like, my older coworkers, or like my other friends, or like even my mom sometimes, like, what do you think I should, like, see in a person that you think is important to ask somebody, you know? Because I'm like, obviously, like, this person can have charisma, but then underneath is such a, like, wolf red flag. Yeah. Like, when I say that, it's like Red Riding Hood kind of tale, you know? Yeah, like, it's just like,
what's it called? Like a wolf disguised like as a sheep or some shit like that.
Yeah. Crap, I can't think of the saying, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like that. And then also, like, I feel like a question, like, questions that nobody asks when they're dating, which I think is fucking stupid. Because then that's why you end up having so many problems, that you like 100% need to have those conversations about what you think about marriage, if you want to get married, and if you want kids.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
Because I feel like nobody has those conversations anymore. And then, like, towards the end, you.
Well, because I'm like, I feel like I'm not the type of person to, like, not to get married, but, like, I don't ever want to have kids. But I feel like that's a vibe that I give off. But you're right, I probably put in my bio now.
You gotta put that out there, you know? Because in that, I've seen that happen so many times where, like, one of the people in the relationship, they want to have kids, and the other one's like, oh, I thought you knew that I didn't want kids.
Mm-hmm. Or, like, time-wise, también, like, let's say you're like, oh, yeah, I want to get married, I want to have kids. What's the time frame? If you want a time frame, because that was another big issue what I had with my ex. I think, like, we feel like things were being rushed a little bit, maybe in his eyes, that he got scared. And me being like, you can marry me in 10 years from now, I really don't care, but we just never talked about it. So learn from mistakes, babes. Learn
no,
from mistakes.
for real. You live and learn.
Anyway.
Okay. This one's kind of the same. What's an immediate red flag that makes you stop talking to someone?
Hygiene.
Oh my
That was
God.
so quick. Hygiene.
Oh my
Hygiene.
God. If you smell, bro, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
Like, here's the thing, because there's a different, like, I was telling my coworkers, I like how I'm sitting in the chair. I was telling my coworkers, there's a different kind of, like, it's not even like just being mean. It's just like, babe, like, look, I get it. Sometimes you, like, come out of work, come out of the gym. That's fine, right? But, like, if you purposely don't want to scrub between them toes, there's gonna be an issue with
Or
me.
between them cheeks.
Oh God! Because guys don't believe in scrubbing their ass cheeks.
Yeah,
They don't believe in scrubbing in between them cheeks, and I'm like, baby.
Because it's gay.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that was a thing, actually.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't really hang out with a lot of guys, and I don't really talk to guys like that, but, like, it was my coworker who had opened my eyes to that. They're like, did you know that this, and I was like, that makes sense. It makes sense to have some of these guys smell like booty cheeks, because it's their booty cheeks.
Yeah.
So hygiene is just,
and I'm like, how does that make it gay? I'm like, you have so much internalized homophobia. I'm like, you want to kiss on the lips. You want to kiss so bad.
So you think you can get your ass ate, and that's why you don't want to clean your ass cheeks? Like, what is going on?
Because you low-key like it.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're making sure that it's dusty up in there all the time.
But, like, isn't it gay then to, like, touch yourself then? Like, that's my philosophy, because, like, you're touching a penis. It could be your own, but it's still a penis. Like, see, here, this is why, like, I'm like, the logic doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't, yeah.
Oh, I'm also a female, but whatever, but, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, just go in the shower, throw that ass into some circle. throw that ass in some soap.
But throw it in the circle too. Get every angle.
But, like, just throw it in some soap.
Bro, I'm sick.
So hygiene is my number one, because if you don't take care of yourself, then, like, there could be other, I'm not gonna say, like, you know, for example, like, depression could be a number one thing for people.
Of course.
Like, but that's different, you know, like, they're not looking to be with somebody, or they're just, like, too sad, you know, like, I get it, like, at some point, like, I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna take a shower for 3 days, I'm not gonna wash my hair, I don't care. But then at one point, you have to get up and you have to do it. Like, some guys would just purposely don't do it. I'm like, baby, it smells like cheese. It smells like foie gras in here.
Oh my God.
It smells like marinara sauce.
It smells like the meat aisle in here.
I'm sick.
I'm sick,
Oh my God, my burrito's coming
sick.
Ew.
Oh,
So hygiene, number one.
no, but then that's because, like, quick story on that. If my friend does listen to this, I'm so incredibly sorry. But this is like a perfect example. I don't mean to talk shit or anything like that, but one of my friends, her fiance is like that. Like, if he's, like, really tired, he'll literally lay in the bed like that.
Oh, absolutely not. Without eyes closed. No, sir.
I'm like, I'm knocking you out, bro.
If I can smell the outside world on you, I'm gonna need you to go to at least change your clothes, or, like, baby wipe yourself, please.
No, nada, dude, nada.
No, like, at least if I don't want to take a shower, I'll at least, like, rub myself with baby wipes, dude. Like, I don't know if that's weird to say, but I do that. Like, when I don't because I take a shower almost every single day, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want to wash my hair today. I'm like, but I'm a little sweaty. I'll, like, do baby wipes.
Yeah.
And then so I was smell like taquito.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Ew, babe. Sorry to tell you this, but I think you need to look for.
You look for a new man.
No, I'm just kidding. But at least like not like. But it's also a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
It is a very sensitive topic because you don't want to be mean.
No,
But
yeah.
like, cause I would cry if someone told me that I smell bad. I'm so sorry.
I know that's my biggest insecurity. That's why like I literally shower all the time. I wear cologne.
Shower every day.
I put on so much like deodorant. Like it's just I just can't, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm like the fear, but that's why I'm like, that's why it's a big red flag. But I get it sometimes, you know what? But it's just like, baby, if you're not hygienic, you're just dirty.
No, for real.
Just dirty.
Oh my God, bro.
What's another one? Another one of mine is if you're really, really, really overly cocky. Like you're just like,
yeah.
I'm that guy and
Like
I'm
super
that bro.
Pretentious and
And I'm
whatnot,
just
yeah.
like, I can literally make you cry in 30 minutes.
It's always those that you can.
And they get pissed off so quickly too, and I'm just like,
Their egos are so bruised so fast.
yeah, and I'm like, it's okay, babe. I didn't really say anything. I just brought up your mom.
I just brought up your dead mom.
Like, it's okay. You laugh about it. No, I'm just
Oh my
kidding.
God. I just said it for the shits and gigs.
So
Come
it's
on.
just a giggles. Like, if you can't laugh about dark humor, then we can't be friends.
Oh, I know.
We can't be friends.
Because it
I'm
gets
sorry.
really bad between me and you.
Yeah.
The things that we say. No, but yeah, I agree with that too. And also going to like kind of like back to hygiene. If you're like a messy person, like if I walk in and your room is a mess, you got chonies and socks everywhere. You got like a pile of dishes. No.
It just gives me hoarder vibes.
No, for real. I'm like, how are you so comfortable living in filth, bro? Come on. But it's also the
depression.
Like, yeah, going back to like the mental health. There's a difference between mental health and you just simply being lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, oh, I'll get to it. You said that like almost 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Like, babe, I get it, but like, clean, please, and thank you.
Come on.
Like me, for example, like my mom is OCD, so I cannot, like me, I say, like, I tell Adam all the time, like, oh, I'm sorry, my room is dirty. But when people come over all the time, they're like, your house is spotless. And I'm just like, but we don't think like that because that's how we were raised.
Yeah.
We were raised that it's always dirty.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just like, so that's why, like, that's a number one thing for me. I'm like, I need you to clean your room. Please and thank you.
I need you to take out the trash. Come on.
Like, right now. And like that too, like if I have to beg you to like
my
do the
God,
most
dude.
basic things, like be a big boy and take out your trash, no, I'm not your mom.
done.
I've always said this before. I will not be your mom.
Mhm.
I never will be your mom because I'm like I don't ugh. I'm like I don't want to act like your mom because I'm like, if you don't want to listen to your mom, what makes you think you're going to listen to me?
Exactly.
So,
No, deadass,
and I'm not
exactly.
going to put the effort, like, again, I don't have any kids. I'm not going to act like your mom. You want me to be mommy, that's different. But if you want me to be your mom, I'm not going to do it. I'm just
No,
not.
for real.
You're not my child.
No, then like kind of like going off of that, also like somebody who's not self-sufficient, because it's the same thing. Like if you can't pay your own bills, you can't call like the doctors to make your own doctor's appointments on your own dentist appointments. It's the same thing as like I'm not gonna parent you, I'm not gonna baby you.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that you should already know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fucking doing it for you.
Me not knowing how to drive. Like, dang, that's a little too personal.
She loves being the passenger princess.
I love it because I'm a passenger in everything.
Oh my God.
I'm always a second-hand passenger.
No, but I've always met men that were like that. That like they were so. They didn't know how to be self-sufficient. They always needed like a helping hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how do you own your own place?
But I say that this is just my opinion, though. Like, you know, obviously everybody's going to be different, but this is
Yeah.
how I think. Because I feel like you're going to be like, well, that's, you know, you're not thinking it how other people will see it. Well, it's my opinion. So
Yeah,
let's I'm
exactly.
gonna throw that out there. It's my opinion.
Mhm.
So you asked. It's my opinion.
You asked, baby. Come on. Don't get mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What else would be like a red flag?
Mm.
I feel like for me, because I'm going based off of the guy that we talked about in the last podcast. When I talked about like getting my heart broken.
Uh-huh.
He was somebody who was like incredibly wasteful. Like he didn't believe in eating leftovers. So if he didn't finish something, he would just throw it away. Is that you or what?
Maybe.
For real?
No, not really. But like, yeah.
Not really, but yeah, I
But
did
yeah.
do that.
I get that in a sense because you're being wasteful, but like I get it sometimes because you don't wanna eat it anymore. So.
Ugh, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, just no. See, I'm telling you, we don't on Instagram and everything, but
I'm attacking her left and right.
no, it's just like I get it when you don't want to eat the same leftovers, but I do if you're being just wasteful for no reason, then that is like okay.
Well, yeah, because like his reasoning for it was that, like he said, that he likes his stuff really hot, like steaming.
Oh, I do too.
So he says that like once it hits the room temperature, he thinks that like the quality of it goes down.
Oh no, I'm not like that.
So why is he gonna save it when it's not gonna be the same thing?
You could just throw it back in the microwave, dumbass.
Oh, he doesn't like doing that.
Okay, bye.
So like the amount of food that he would just like throw away.
See, I'm not like that.
No, it was like that, dude.
See, like I have a leftover burrito. I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna heat it up and eat it.
Oh no, he wouldn't do that.
Oh, see, I'm not that bad.
Oh no, he was bad. Yeah, so that was like a red flag for me.
I have another one, but I feel like this is like, it's like really like specific to me. So I don't, not like me, but like my past experience. When you're overly attached to an object. To an object. Like, I don't want to say exactly what it. I don't want to say exactly what it was because that's kind of mean. But, like for example, let's say you have an emotional hair clip that you can't function without this hair clip.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I feel like that's a red flag. Like, why are you overly like that, babe? You need to go see a therapist.
No, for real.
Like, because there's so many, like, there's a lot of underlying issues that you have that you can't let go of a hair clip.
Yeah.
Like, so that's another one for me. Like, if you're over, like, I have stuffed animals and stuff like that I'm attached to, but babe, I'm not carrying them with me to the hip all the time. You know?
Like almost like a support item.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I get it if you have a support animal and stuff like that, but that's different. I'm like, when there's an object that you're literally obsessed with. I'm like, and I should have seen that as a red flag. And I was like, why are you attached to this paper clip?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met somebody like
I have.
Oh, bro.
But it was because it's underlying issues from not
Nature.
wanting to talk about your emotions and
yeah.
etc. Like, this is what happens when you don't talk about things that you should, or you can at least talk to me. But no, you want to choose to attach to a paper clip.
Jesus.
Yeah, so that's another one.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't know how to do it.
Like, I'm okay. Like, stuff is just stuff. But, like, this person would get a little angry or upset. Not angry, but, like, upset if you would make fun of it. Or it's just, like, if you interrupted the ritual of this, like, hair clip being with him all the time, it would be an issue.
Ew. Ew, I'm sick, bro. I'm
physically sick. It wasn't a hair clip, but I'm just saying that it's
you said that you didn't want to put it up there.
No, that's too mean.
Yeah. But we are at the 30-minute mark, you guys, so we're going to take like a really quick break.
Okay.
And then we will be right back.
Okay.
Okay, we're back, you guys, after a little pee break.
I'm an old lady.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
Oh no, but okay, so kind of like before we get to like the next question, kind of going based off of like a red flag, because you were talking about like an experience that you had. So for me, if I ever meet anybody ever again, well obviously I wouldn't, because I'm in a relationship now, but like if I ever but like if I ever met somebody that was like a Disney adult again, dog.
Excuse me.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I was going to say.
Have I not told you about him? Okay, quick story. I met a guy that was a Disney adult, which I was like, okay, some of my friends like you, and I have other friends that are Disney adults, so it's fine. But I'm telling you, when I walked into this man's room, it looked like a pedophile room. Like how my little sister's room looked like when she was like, probably like, what, like 5?
Oh,
9?
no.
Like, I'm not even lying to you, like, every Disney character has a Funko Pop, all the VHSs, the DVDs, lavender sheets. He had the fat heads of like those big ass stickers of like the Disney princesses on his walls.
Per queen, can I have your room?
Ew. And then like he laid in bed and he's like, come and cuddle with me, and I was like, I'm sick.
I need to go home. You're gonna want me to cosplay as Disney, as the Disney princess, as Snow White, and you're gonna be the 7 dwarves, and I can't do it. Look, I'm a Disney adult. I will admit it. That's really funny because I'm like, I consider myself very alternative goth or lazy goth, but like my inner self is very Disney. I love Disney, but like I don't know about that. See, like it would be cool, but
it was a lot.
I don't know about that.
And I was like, I'm not gonna cuddle with you. Like, I will vomit right now.
Like in your lavender sheets.
In your lavender sheets.
Not even me.
I'm about to soil your sheets by how disgusted I am.
Just like a kid.
No. Moving on.
Anyway.
Moving the fuck on. Okay, next one is, how do your parents feel knowing that you left the religion?
My parents don't like think. No. They do know, but like they have like a blind eye where they're like, no, she's not leaving. She's gonna come back.
Oh yeah.
So they are like, not saying much, but they are very like they like to say that they're disappointed in me. They're like,
same.
you could do better. You need to come
Same.
back. Like your life was a lot better when you were in the religion. Blah 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 blah. But the thing is, in reality, my life took a downward spiral when I wanted to commit myself like 100% to the religion.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is not what I want. And it's just like, I don't think, here's my philosophy. You know, my philosophy is that if God wanted you to be happy, why do I feel so miserable in this religion?
Oh yeah.
Why do I feel like I have 110 rules breathing down my neck?
No, for
Like we
real.
were just talking about the other day, like not to like always be super sexual and stuff, but like how there's like certain things that you can't do, like apparently pulling out is a sin.
Oh,
And I was
yeah,
like, so
yeah.
you don't have any say
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever
In anything.
in this religion. Like, how are you going to tell me what I want to do with my own body? Like,
Yeah.
apparently masturbating is like a big, I'm like, okay, I get it, but I'm like, you can't please yourself with your partner, and that's like a big no-no. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how am I supposed to be pleased then?
Yeah.
Like, please, these guys love to believe that they can make a girl come with their dick, but it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you right now, babe, if your girlfriend's telling you that, she's probably lying. I'm telling you from experience, she's lying.
She's lying.
She's lying. I'm sorry. I like, unless you're really good at it, like, but it's not just your dick. It's a lot of other things, you know? So I'm just like, yeah, I don't think so. Like, there's just a lot more things. Like, just, you know, like having piercings, tattoos, like, trying to express yourself in any kind of way is, like, a big no-no.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah, I don't think so. So my parents are, like, in denial, and they're, like, very disappointed, and just like,
Same.
like, okay.
Well, not in denial, but because I told them multiple times how much I don't want to be in it anymore. So they are like really extremely disappointed. But I agree with everything that you said. There were so many rules and regulations, and I understood it to a certain degree. So it's like you don't have like a downfall. But at the same time, I was like, bro, I can't even be myself.
No.
I was like, at all. I was like, because then I'm committing the biggest sin. You guys want to crucify me. Then you guys you guys start threatening my dad to like take his privileges away, and that he can't do this and that, and it's like, what is going on, bro?
That's true, because like once you commit like a thing, it's such a huge thing to not only like you but your family.
Yeah.
Like you create so much shame in your family, and I'm like, okay, well, I did it on my own free self. What does my daddy have to do with this?
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. It's like, why is my family falling for my own faults? But then like, this is the thing that I hated so much, is that there were other families there that like their kids were acting up, but yet their parents had so many privileges.
I was just about to say that. Like, it's just like they pick and choose who they want to. They're like, oh, if you did this, well, you can't get, like, for example, like, it's a big thing, like, if you're gonna get married in our congregation, you get married in the congregation.
Yeah.
And there was, like, a lot of families that I know that they had their kids do the most disgusting, vile things ever, like, you know, whatever, and they brush it off.
They were able to get married.
And they get married in the congregation. And I'm just like, so because I wanted to do one thing, which for me back in the day was, you know, like just expressing myself in like my alternative way, like my music. For example, this is before I got crazy. Like just music wise, it'd be like sin, straight to hell. And I'm like, and we didn't even believe in hell, but like, okay, so they just pick and choose too. Like it's a lot of like everyone, like not everyone. Excuse me. Let me take that back because it's not true. But the majority of JWs are double-sided.
Yeah, very hypocritical.
All of them. Almost all. Excuse me. Again, almost all.
Almost
of them.
all of them. Yeah, they're
almost
very hypocritical.
all of them. I've met some that are genuine, and I'm like, cool, great, awesome. But a lot of them have such a big face, and we don't portray that, and that's why people are mad because we say we're not like this. This is how we are. We're just taming it down because obviously we have respect. Yeah. But they're just mad because we put it out more, and people are like, I wish we were more free, but they're gonna like bring us down, and I'm like, no. Excuse me. You are worse than me sometimes in some situations. God, I'm like, how are you blaming me, or how are you being like, wow, I would never be able to hang out with you? I'm like, excuse me, you do worse things than me. You over here snorting coke. I'm over here just like talking to guys. Bye.
Oh my god. No, and I noticed that too when everybody was talking about me. Like, every person that was talking about me has had like the worst downfall. And I was like, you were so concerned about my life that you couldn't even get your own in check.
Yep. And like people love to always spread secrets and rumors, and that's like the thing. Like I don't like when people, like religious people, always have like something to say.
Yeah.
And I am a big believer of if I didn't ask, I don't care. But they'll give you your opinion, and they'll tell you like rumors about yourself, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know that about myself. Cool to know.
Love that. Oh, I did that. Okay.
I'm like, oh, cool. I did not know that. Like the biggest thing is like me and Adam, like because we're boy and girl. Like people are always like, oh, they're together, and I'm like, no, I'm just we're really good friends. Like I can't, like, how can you not distinguish that? Just because he's a male and I'm a female, we're instantly gonna be together and this and that.
I know it's instantly intimate. Like there is no friendship.
That's why a lot of people think we're dating, because people are like, oh, is Adam like your boyfriend? And I'm like, no, I'm like, he's just my like a really close friend. Like I consider him like I love Adam. I was like, but he's just like one of my best friends. I was like, no. So I'm just like, no. And people don't want to believe that. They're like, no, I don't think so. You're like denying it. And I'm like, okay, no, I guess. Or like there was that like a big thing that we were like really, really together, and I was okay, I didn't know that about us. Like, dang, we had a spicy life together.
No, for real.
Like, I
that
didn't know
we were
that.
banging it up, and I was like, dang, I didn't even know this.
Or like I disappeared, and I, like for a while, like I didn't want to go to the meetings before COVID, and then I came back, and they're like, are you pregnant? And I'm like, excuse me?
They asked you that?
Yeah, somebody had asked me if I was pregnant, and I was like, I was like, no, I just came back fatter. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I was like, no.
I mean, like, sorry. Just thank you for commenting on my weight.
It's just like everything has to be opinionated with them, so that's why I'm like, no, thank you. I don't want to do it.
And
like,
back then, like I used to defend myself a lot. But then now when someone says something about me, I'm like, okay, I guess that's what I am. I guess that's what I'm doing. Okay.
Like, if you want to believe that, sure, go ahead. And like, you know what I love to hear about people when they actually get to know me a little bit more than what they think I am. They're like, wow, you're not who I thought you were. And I'm like, yeah, because you love to believe a lie. I'm like, people portray us as these like evil, demonic people. Yeah. And I'm like, in all honesty, I was like, we're just normal people with different lives. That's literally, you're just not comfortable with the way I am, or the way I dress, or the music that I like. That's literally it. But deep down, I'm just a normal person. Like, I'm just trying to thrive.
No, and then like it kind of proves like this one meme that I used to see all the time, where it said like, the meanest and most judgmental people you will ever see go to church every Sunday, but the nicest people are like me and you, like you could call it like the alternative people. And because it's true, like they always have something to say. You're never in the right. You're always doing something wrong. You're never spiritual enough. You never have enough faith. Like if one time you don't come into the meeting, oh, are you okay? Like, is your spirituality going down? No,
or
bitch.
Like you show up one time, like for me, because I don't go every time. I go like once in a while, once in a blue moon. I'm like, oh my god, it's so great to see you. Like we welcome you, and I'm like, I'm okay. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm like, I just don't like being here because you guys creep me out. I'm sorry.
No, honestly, I remember when I first moved back in with my parents, before they like shut down the meetings, this one person came up to, well, I'll say their name, but I'll leave it out.
Okay.
You remember, right?
Yeah.
And she came up to me. She was the first person to come up to me, and she was like, oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen you. And I was like, oh, hey. I was keeping it casual because I'm there, so I'm being as respectful as I can be. Yeah. But catch me outside.
Catch me outside.
Catch me outside. It'll be a whole different person. And she was like, this bitch. She was like, please don't do. No, I can't even speak. Please don't do that to me ever again. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, leaving me alone in the meeting like that. And I was like, me and you haven't spoken since you got with your man. Me and you never had the same friendship. I was like, so all of a sudden you want to be concerned?
I love that for her. And I feel like, like, not to piggyback on her, because again, I don't like a lot of people, but like, here's the thing. Oh, excuse me, that's my stomach. That's my stomach growling, but I'm not hungry. Sorry. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Like, again, another person that I think is very two-faced, because I'm like, she likes to portray like this perfect personality of a like, you know, whatever, but I'm like, in reality, that's not how it is deep down. And I'm just like, it's okay to not be like that, but I'm like, for you to say something like that to you, like where we haven't spoken in years, why do you feel like you have an opinion to say something like that
exactly,
to me?
Yeah.
Just like, I don't think so, babe. I don't
I was like, this is just proving me right why I left. I was like, like any little thing was bothering me after a while. I was like, I don't like people in general. And then being there, I was like, God, I hate every single one of you.
Literally. Sorry, not sorry.
And especially now, like like I said, I'm gonna bleep it out. But the one that used to hit on you a lot, bro, the way he just stares now. And the way
he's bitter.
okay,
and I want to say this out there because I feel like people are gonna be like, well, you probably are mean in person, like in these meetings. We are 1,000% respectful. Like if you actually see us here, I say hi to people, I hug people because I'm not gonna be mean, and I don't like people touching me. But I'm like, I will hug you, whatever, because people either would come up to me and squeeze the life out of me, and I'm like, I don't like being touched, but I'm like, you know what, it's fine. We sit there, we're not talking, we listen to this discurso for 2 hours. We get up, we say goodbye, and then we leave. We're not there causing a scene, we're not there to cause issues. But I feel like that's why sometimes people were like, well, maybe you're doing like the most.
No.
And I'm like, we're literally just go there, we sit down and we leave. That's all we do. Like, sure, like, and I even like the way I dress to these meetings is way more conservative than I would outside of it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, I wear appropriate stuff. Like, so we do like the most respectful things that we can to not be called out, and we still are.
And we still, yeah.
So it's not like we're doing something on purpose where we're like wearing upside down crosses here. No, like I'm not. I would, but no, like because I still have respect for the church. I'm like, no, I'm like, I would never do that. So I'm like, we're not saying this because we're like, oh, we're probably doing the most at these meetings. No, we are being really respectful. Honestly, and it still comes back to bite us.
No, yeah, and even though yes, it is true, we are mean.
Yeah.
I mean, we never said we were nice. We said we've always said the opposite because we are. So that's why, like, when we, like, during the assembly, like, we just sat down and we didn't get up to talk to anybody because I wasn't in the mood to go. I know you weren't either.
Nope.
We weren't in the mood to talk to anybody either. But because there was people that hadn't seen me since 2019, everybody was coming up to me. But I was still saying hi. I was being nice.
But it's just awkward.
Yeah, I was just like...
I could tell that I was being awkward, too, because I'm like, you say hi, ask how you're doing in that thing, or just standing there, like, okay, you can go now.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, not, well, we are mean people, but at the same point, like, why try to reach out now, too? I'm like, that's what I always say. I'm like, I love how these people are like, we were always friends. Like, no, we're not. You did not like me.
I know.
And all of a sudden now, because you feel like my vibe is different, you're trying to be, like, in my circle, now you want to be my friend. And I'm like, no. Like, 5 years ago, you used to call me annoying, and now you're like, damn, you're cool. I'm like, yeah, thanks. I always cool. But... you know,
for me, everybody wanted to be my friend only because of like the lifestyle that I had. Because I was always going out, I was always doing something. I was going to concerts and festivals, and everybody was like, "You don't invite me," and I'm like, "Are you gonna pay for yourself, girl? I work for my money."
Exactly. Like, this isn't a piggyback central. Bye.
Exactly. And there were certain people that I knew that I could hang out with, that I could kind of be myself with, and there were some people that I knew where I was like, I had to be like pretending, and that's what I hated the most. Was having to pretend to be somebody that I wasn't. Yeah,
because that's why I'm like, I don't hang out with a lot of people either, because I don't feel comfortable being myself around people, because I'm like, I feel like it's going to come bite me in the ass. And it always has, so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But yes, our parents are just disappointed in us, but speaking for myself, I don't give a damn.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't care. I've noticed that and people have told me too, that like, ever since I left and I started to like be okay with myself and accept myself more for being queer, and you know, this is who I am y todo eso, like people have told me that like, oh, like there's more life in your eyes now. And I was like, yeah, because that shit was draining me.
Yeah, because it wasn't me.
Yeah, it was holding me back from who I really wanted to be, because they made it seem like everything I was doing was such a sin. And it's like, when you really think about it, it's like, it's not. And really out there in the real world, to a certain degree, people don't care about what you're doing.
No, not really. Like, as long as you stay in your own zone, and which we always have. Yeah. I feel like we've never overstepped either. So I'm just like, maybe I might be wrong. Who knows? But like, I feel like we've never overstepped. So I'm like, why are people overstepping on me?
No, it's because me and you, when we were in the meetings, we were always like very quiet, very distant.
Or we were always with each other. Yeah. And people, that pissed people off. Yeah. That we were happy within each other, like our own little circle too.
And then it's like, yeah, there's a reason why I don't talk to you. Why I don't want you around me. Yeah. Yeah, but they're disappointed. I could care less. I'm a lot happier the way I am now. I'm a lot more myself. I can be myself more. But yeah.
And my parents are stubborn Latinos, so always be their way or the fun or no way.
Oh my God, yes. I'm 28, but even though I'm still living under their house, has to go their way.
I will be 45 and dying here.
I know,
with my
like,
parents' rules.
yeah.
Curfew at 7 p.m.
No, I know, dude. Like, even when Ashley even saw it when we went to the assembly, my dad was hounding me for like weeks on end to shave, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna shave, because going back to what I talked about in the first episode, about like when I first moved in, I had to, I had to shave, take out my piercings, do all of that, and I felt so much of my own identity stripped that I wasn't gonna give him that control anymore. So my dad was hounding me left and right, like make sure you shave, make sure you shave, and I would tell him, I'd be like, I'm not doing that, and my dad would be like, it's not an option. I'm like, okay, then we'll see about it.
Mm-hmm.
So and then you saw how angry he was at me throughout the entire assembly.
The entire assembly.
And to me, it was funny because it was like, you have privilegios, but yet this is how you're acting.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and the fact is that like, the first assembly that we were supposed to go to, I didn't go because the hotel ended up being too small. My dad was like, you don't have to come because the hotel's small and you're not gonna fit.
Okay.
So this one, I had to go because it was 3 days, and he got me and my brother our own room.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't fight them on it. I was like, yeah, I'll go. I even bought new clothes and everything. And instead of him seeing that like I wasn't fighting him on it and that I was being respectful, I literally give him that inch and they want the whole freeway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it really has to go your way. Huh?
That's what I was saying too. Like I was excited because we were like, finally gonna do something different too. Because I'm like, it was a little vacation kind of.
Yeah.
It was a long vacation though.
Oh,
but
it was.
at least like we were being respectful. We were like, well, we're gonna buy new clothes. We're gonna do this, but nothing satisfies because of our style. They're like, oh, you guys are dressing way too alternative for this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is how I've been for a couple years. I'm not gonna change it for one fucking meeting.
Exactly.
For 3 days. Bye.
No, I'm not gonna wear color.
No. I'm like,
I'm not gonna do what you want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only color we wore was like burgundy.
Burgundy, but that again, like that's something that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
You were not gonna catch me in fluorescent pink.
Exactly.
Shoot me
dude.
if you do.
Take me to the back of the shed and take me out with a rifle.
Right between my eyes.
Yeah.
Look me in the eyes.
Look me in the eye while you do it. No, yeah, but that's how it was for me, and like, he never spoke to me about it, but if he ever does, that's what I'm gonna tell him, is that like, I wasn't fighting, I was being respectful, but it really has to go your way.
Mm-hmm.
But next assembly, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm gonna dress goth again, and I'm not shaving.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna shave. I'm gonna let everything grow out. Braid my leg
Hey,
hairs.
feminism. Go for it. You know what I mean?
Ew. Not like ill feminism, but like ill like.
But it was like growing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how it is with our
That was
parents.
drilled into my brain though. Like
Yeah.
like how sad that I feel like I have to shave.
I know.
That's another topic.
I know. Well, I mean, that's all deep rooted in like colonization. Like that
Mhm.
women had to look more appealing for men,
Mm-hmm.
so you had to start shaving.
Well, let me go to Paris or somewhere they don't
Yeah.
like they like their women unshaven.
I support body hair. If you want to grow it out, grow it out.
Let me go grow my bajungle.
Whatever makes you happy.
Let me braid it into 3 feet. Like,
Oh
just
my
let
God.
me be me.
Have it be like Rapunzel down there.
Okay, I don't know about that one. Rapunzel, let down your coochie hair.
Oh my God. Let down that bush.
Let's bring back the 70s.
Oh my God.
Oh God, I can't.
Let's,
This one hurts.
let's bring back the times when they were really good.
They were really. Let's bring back the times where this is like a random fun topic where they used to like back in the day when you used to court somebody, you used to like a girl used to like trim their pubic hair, give it to the man that they wanted to court or like whatever their husband, and they would wear it on like their hat or like their suit.
Would
So they would literally have their girlfriend's wife's pubic hair on themselves, and I'm like. What happened to men nowadays? Like, why can't someone be like, shave a little piece of your pubic hair for me so I can put it on my vest? Like, I fall in love.
Shave your ass hair. I want to carry it around.
Oh, whoa, that's a little too far. That's a little too much, babe. I can't.
Oh my God. No, from what I've heard, like before, was that like men. Well, this was like in the Victorian era. Like men would come up to like the woman, and they would read them like a poem, like confessing their love and that they wanted to. Like, that's their way of courting. I don't know about that. That's crazy.
Well, what happened? What happened to men? They used to like literally build us homes before they even spoke to us. Like, what?
They would build me a house and then they would beat me.
But that is true because back in the day you had to be like dressed up and dolled and cooked and clean and baby I will throw this hot plate of grits on your face if you think.
And back then it was like strict for the women. Like you were a housewife, dog.
I mean, some girls want that, but baby,
And if
I can't even cook water.
Oh my god, I can't even
No,
boil water.
I can, but like no, like not for you. Like I barely feed myself. What makes you think I'm gonna
for
feed
real.
you? What makes you think?
If I don't even eat half the time, what makes you think you're
If
gonna
I don't
eat?
want to make myself a 3-course meal, what's gonna make you think I'm gonna make you a 3-course
No,
meal?
for real.
I can't.
Okay.
Next question.
Next one. Whose location do you have?
That's so random.
I know.
My siblings, my best friend, and that's it.
I don't have anybody's.
You don't have anybody's location?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I used to have this my friend, but then every time she got into a relationship, she would always drop me. So I just like we don't speak. She tries to speak to me, I ignore her, and then I just took her the location out so I wouldn't share anymore.
Oh.
The person that kind of like, I don't know, like they gave me their location because they wanted to, and it was my man.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, like when I sent him mine, it suspended his, and then the day later it suspended mine. So I don't know. I don't care for
sure.
I don't care for locations anyway. So
I mean, I kind of do for safety reasons, but not like for me to stalk you. That's all. Like even when I had my ex's location, at first I'm not gonna lie. At first I didn't like look at it. I didn't care. But towards the end, I'd be like, "Where you at? Where you going?"
where you at?
Like now, but I only have it for safety reasons. But I don't even have your location. But I only have like 3 people's locations, so I don't really.
Yeah.
It's not something that I look at.
Yeah, I never really cared, and then the only time I really ever got them was like if one of my friends would go on a date, and they would be like, "Oh, can I just send it to you like just in case?" I'd be like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah, I should probably start doing that.
I see like the locations at a graveyard, and I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Just like having sex at a graveyard. Duh.
Oh my god, getting buried alive.
Oh, that's so hot.
Oh my god. Okay.
Now you're about to pause it.
No. Oh, we literally just talked about this. How did you guys feel attending the assembly?
We just talked about it.
Yeah.
Next.
It was long.
Yeah.
The minute I sat down, I dissociated, and then all 3 days I had the fattest migraine. So I didn't concentrate
sick.
at all. Yeah.
I don't even know if I told you that I did tell you, right, that I had like the worst anxiety attack the night before day 1.
Oh yeah.
Where like I'm not even the type of person to get anxiety like that, like anxiety attacks, excuse me. I do get anxiety, but not like anxiety attacks. When I tell you, because I had my own hotel room, because I was not sleeping with my parents. I'm grown, I have my money. So I was like, I could not sleep. I felt like I had to like control. I feel like I had to count my breathing, like I'm breathing in, breathing out, because I felt like I was gonna choke. I feel like my palms were sweaty. I was just really, really, really panicking. I couldn't sleep the entire night.
Yeah, I remember.
I was having the worst anxiety of my entire life. I have never felt that bad before. And I had tried to like sleep like multiple times, but every time I finally got comfortable, it felt like I was gonna stop breathing. Like if I didn't manually like think about it, I was gonna choke. It was just the worst anxiety ever, because I knew that the 3 days were gonna be long.
Yeah, it's just
and people too. Like again, I'm not very good with people or big crowds. Big crowds make me nervous. So I was just like, God, I'm a bit stampled to death. I just like, it was just really anxiety inducing. It was like we had a good time, you and me, but like it was like after the 8 hours of sitting there having to, and you would have to prepare before that, because it's like, well, it would start at like 9:30.
Yeah.
So you would have to get ready. Like for me, for example, I have to wake up 2 hours before 9:30. So it's 7:30. But if I wanted to like do hair, makeup, and good, I would have to wake up like at 5.
Yeah.
So no sleep, having to wake up, sit there for 8 hours, and then come back and sleep and do it again just for like 3 hours. Like it was just tough. And then it's not here in Vegas; it's in Utah.
It's in Utah. Yeah.
So you have to take time out of your your schedule too. Like that was a big thing with my parents. Where I was like, I might not get these days off, and they were like really upset. They were like, well, if you put God first, and I was like, no, I put my work first.
See, when I was a little bit more into the religion, my mom would always tell me that, like, oh, like, and what happens if you don't get the days off? And I'd be like, well, I don't want to lose my job. And that's what she would tell me, like, oh, well, you need to put God first. And I'm like, okay, that's what you say. But if I lose my job, who's gonna hound me about me not being able to pay for my bills? You are. I'm like, even if I put the money aside, you're still gonna complain every single day. Like, I never did that because I never felt that stability. You know.
No, yeah, that's what I told my parents too. I'm like, look, I pay bills here too. So I'm just like, if I stop giving you that certain percentage, we're all gonna suffer.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, and I make pretty good money. I'm like, and I sustain myself. I spend my own money that I have, so I'm not gonna rely on anybody else.
Yeah.
So I was really like, oh well, if I don't get the days off, oh well. But I did, and I was like, because I'm like, once you make a big deal out of it, once you're like, oh, I'm gonna sacrifice, like, I'm like, that was such a cold thing where I'm like, you're gonna like, oh, I'm gonna quit my job if they don't give it to me. Like, okay. Yeah. Like, so you're really just gonna quit your 17-year-long job because you didn't get 3 days off? Like, yeah, sadly, that's kind of sad that they're not gonna give you 3 days, but like at the same time, like, we get like 3 months notice. Sometimes it just can't happen. So I mean, 3 months is a good time to know, but like, just, you know, it could be denied for whatever reason, and you're really gonna risk your job, your house, your everything for 3 days.
I know.
Okay. Alrighty.
And then that's when they're always like, oh, it's because like you don't have enough faith. I'm like, well, I guess I don't.
I really don't. I have faith. Who's gonna feed me at the end of the night?
Exactly.
Because Faith is not gonna be there for me. She's never been there.
She's never been there. Come on. She's not gonna serve me a hot plate.
No. It's gonna be hunger.
It's gonna be
hunger stricken.
Famished.
Skinny.
At least I'm skinny at the end of all of this. Waist snatch.
Snatch. At least there's a positive side to that.
Oh my god. So malnourished.
Hey, I got layers here. Maybe it could last me a couple weeks.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I need advice. How do you set boundaries with a friend that you're close to? Do you deal with their behavior or just completely cut them off? Ooh.
Down. That's hard. Here's why. Well, no, actually, no. Because I'm the type of person that will cut you off if I don't like you anymore.
No,
I'm being
for real.
Dead ass.
No,
because here's the thing. I used to always give out second chances, third chances with friends here. And every time, again and again, it would bite me in the ass. So I'm like, if you have to set boundaries, that's fine. But, like, at a certain point, like, boundaries are because you don't feel comfortable with this person, you know? Because they're, like, if they don't know how you feel about it, sure. But if they constantly do it over and over again, then you feel like you have to put a boundary. I just feel like it's not worth that kind of friendship. Because you're uncomfortable with the person. And the whole point of being with a friend is that you're comfortable with that person. Yeah, so exactly. It's different if it was like a coworker or a family, because you know you'll never get rid of those people. But it's just like, I don't know. For me, it's just really what kind of effort you want to put into it. Is the effort worth the end result? Is this person really something that you want to lose your hair about, lose your mind about? So I just say, if you want to set boundaries, sure, but at some point, is it really going to be worth it in the end for that person? Will they do exactly what you did to them, like for comfortability, comfort wise? Excuse me.
No, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. For me, because I had to set boundaries with some friends, I feel like if you set that boundary, but they keep on like disrespecting it, then you should cut it off. Because at that point, they're making a conscious effort to show you that they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about the friendship. They don't care about you in general.
And some people are sadistic. They love to see how far they can push your boundaries.
Exactly, yeah.
And babe, when I right talking you in your face, then you're gonna be mad. So
when I
I'm
bust
just
out
like,
the switchblade, then you know
we gonna be upsetty. So I'm just like, yeah, no. Like I had a friendship for. Here's my thing. I say that I have a 3-year curse. Because people don't last 3 years with me. After 3 years, it's really when it comes to the test. Over and over again. And with my ex, with my 3 other best friends that I had, it was typically within a 3-year span that it went downhill. So I'm just like, and it's like the 3-month rule with a relationship. After a certain amount of time period, people will start to show their true colors. And that friendship, family, relationship. So they just, I don't know, like, I'm going to share my experience. I had this high school best friend. She wasn't even like a close friend to me. That's the funny part. Like, she was a friend to me, but she was more to my best friend's friend than anything. That they were best friends before me and her, and we knew each other all through high school. And she was a terrible person. She just lacked stability. She lacked emotion. She was a serial killer, literally in the making.
Oh my god!
And she didn't like me, and I tried my hardest with her for her to like me. And I never set boundaries or anything because I was like, oh, she was always like this. She perceived like this shy person when in reality she was just demonic. She was a crazy person. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like if you don't think it's worth it, just cut it off, because I wasted 3-4 years with this person. And then in the end, like the cutoff was terrible. Every single cutoff has been bad. So I'm like, because it comes to a certain point where you explode.
Yeah, no, it does.
And it just becomes like bitter and just so angry, and like words are said, and like sometimes you do feel bad, but I was just like, why did it have to come to this point where we could have ended it a long time ago?
No, exactly.
So that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. And for those of you wondering, me and Ashley have gone past the 3-year mark. I think we're at like 10 now.
Yeah. Well, technically, you've been knowing me for basically my whole life. Yeah. Well, 10 years is basically my whole life. Well,
friendship, it started like in 2014.
Yeah.
That's when I graduated, so like next year will be 10 years.
Yeah. But you knew my older sibling before we became friends.
Yeah.
So we've been knowing each other for 10 plus years, but we've been friends for 10 plus years.
We've been friends forever.
Yeah. So like, no, we've been past the 3-year mark. And then me and my other best friend, I only have one more. We've been friends for like 7 years now. So yeah, that's why I'm like, when I'm telling you, when I stick with somebody, I stick with you.
Yeah.
Like, I will not let you go.
But it was so easy for me naturally though, because like we always talk about it, like we're literal twin flames. Because like we're the exact same person.
Just I was like just saying about like, if you guys didn't watch the documentary on Netflix, that's why I'm laughing, because like it's just so funny that people were like use that twin flame thing as such a bad thing, and I'm like, I love my twin flame. I don't know about y'all.
I know.
But I'm like, some people just push too hard for it. I'm like, I didn't even know that we were twin flames until we were like, wait a minute, like these things coincide 2 and 2, and then we looked into it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you were trying so hard for a twin flame, then that's why people are like, you're not finding your actual
like you're a weirdo.
flame.
Yeah.
Like, we've been friends for 10 plus years, and we've never had an argument. We've never disagreed with each other. There was never been a time where I've like, because some people are like, oh well, I've thrown handles with my friends, or I've verbally abused my friend. Like, we've never done that with each other. I don't think I've been angry at you. I've been disappointed.
Well, I think we've been like disappointed in each other.
I've been disappointed with you. I've been sad with you, but I've never been like, oh God, I just can't stand Adam. Like, no. I've never felt. If you feel that way about a friend, I don't think you're really.
That's not really a friend, dude.
I like that's what like
that's
my
an
other
enemy.
friend. That's what I'm like. That's what with my other best friend too. I've never felt that way. We've never had an argument. We've like just. Why would it have to come to that point?
Yeah.
Why is it going to that point?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know. So that's why.
What's going on? No, but yeah, because like my experience too, I had to set a boundary with a friend recently. It was actually recently during the assembly. It was this type of friend where like she would always ask. We have our own group chat, and she would always ask us for our honest opinion. But every single time we would give it to her, she would lose her damn mind, and she would go ballistic and start like going off on us because like. We weren't telling her what she wanted to hear. So this last time, she took what I said out of context because she wasn't paying. She literally said that she wasn't paying attention to what I was saying.
Okay.
And she went off on me, and I was like, you know what? And I told her like in the group chat, I was like, to preserve this friendship because I do cherish you, I need to set that boundary with you now that you can't ask me anything anymore. I was like, you can't ask me for my honest opinion about anything because you, every time you do, this is how you act.
It's an issue.
Yeah, and then she was like, oh, it's because like I'm more into like audio messages and not really text messages, that's why. And I was like, so you're admitting that you weren't even listening, you were just speaking out of your ass. I was like, but yet that was my problem? I was like, yeah. I was like, no. I was like, whatever excuse you come up with, I'm setting that boundary now. I was like, until I say so, you can't ask me anything anymore. I was like, if you want an honest opinion, you have to go ask like someone else.
And even then, don't ask me.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, so. Well,
that's because those are people who like, I don't want to say delusional because I'm delusional, but like, how do I say this? Like, if they don't, it's again, if it's not their way, it's the highway, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's not a friend either. So like, why are you asking me for an opinion if you're gonna get big mad about it?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to hear it, then trust me, I'm not the friend for you.
And especially me. Everybody knows how blunt I am. I'm gonna give you your like honesty all the time. I'm the worst person to, if you're that type of person that gets like sensitive or like is easily offended with like the truth, I'm the worst person for you to ask.
Yeah, because we're pretty honest about a lot of things. Yeah. Like, I might sugarcoat it once in a while, but after a while I'm gonna be like, you know what, fuck you, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, like I was nice about it at first, but then after a while I was like, just stop.
No more.
Put it
Stop it right here.
Okay.
Do we have another? How many more do we have?
Just one more.
Oh, okay.
This is more for like me though. Because it said, how was EDC and what inspired you to wear makeup? EDC was fun, as always. Super fun. Was broke afterwards, obviously, because it's a 3-day festival. And I was shot. out afterwards.
I remember you were like, I'm recovering for 7 years now.
Yeah, I posted something on my IG story and I was like, I'm taking a break. No one hit me up. And then some guy solicited up and he was like, oh, but for me, you will, right? Like, we'll go on a date. And I was like, no.
Did you not listen to me at all?
You're not special. But what inspired me to wear makeup was just like what we talked about earlier, that just me becoming more comfortable with me being queer. And I just wanted to look goth as hell, and I did. I looked like a vampire the very first day with my white eyebrows. But I was slaying so hard.
But the thing I like about you is what I feel like a lot of people don't know, because I've been knowing you for a long time, is you, like, what first inspired you, I feel like, to be like an influencer was makeup.
Yeah.
Your first thing was makeup.
Mm-hmm.
You are a makeup artist. You still are, even though you don't do it as much.
Yeah.
You're a makeup artist. That was like one thing that actually got us together, like in a friend group.
Because we were so in love with like makeup.
We were just in love with makeup. So I always say, like, I love seeing Adam do his work, because even after all this time, he is not bored or tired or anything like that. And I'm just like, and it's been quite some time.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's why I'm like, I feel inspired, even though I do the same 3 eyeshadow looks every day.
Oh, same now.
And I'm just, because it's like now I'm like, I kind of lost the passion for it, but I'm like, what inspired me first was you. So I'm like, I love seeing your makeup. And I'm just like, it's so crazy to think how intuitive it is. And I'm like going back and like, here's when we first started hanging out. You would do my makeup all the time. We do these crazy looks, and we go back to like 2016, 2017, like these crazy eye looks I used to do. And I'm like, and now it's just like, just freelance. And I'm like, I think that's so crazy that people don't know that about you. I'm like, I feel like a lot of people need to know that about you. That you used to be this like, you are an incredible makeup artist.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm just like, oh my god, it's so crazy. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for you, I probably would have never gotten into makeup.
Yeah?
No. When did I start wearing makeup first? When we started hanging out.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be wearing makeup.
Because
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You conceal my problems.
No, for real. It's because like you were very like interested in it, and
I never started it because I was like really shy about it. I was like, "There's no way I can do this."
And then I beat your face for the first time, and you were like, "I'm so beautiful."
I'm amazingly beautiful. That's when I had good eyebrows. Over the years, they've been thinned out and through a lot.
They have really got they've gotten thin.
I like them thin though.
But they're nice though.
It's because I go back into the photos and I'm like, the makeup was slaying, but the eyebrows were so thick for me. I'm like, God. I'm like, and I used to think that thinker eyebrows were like what I wanted. Thicker eyebrows. Thicker eyebrows were something that I want. But honestly, if I could have pencil thin eyebrows, I would love to. But I'm just like, I just can't do thick brows anymore. I've never liked that whole trend with like fluffy brows or anything like that. Okay. I'm just like, please let it die. let it die right now. So yeah, makeup like was a thing for me because of you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about.
And now I'm boring. I do like the same eye looks all the time.
You literally tell me all the time, like, how much makeup. I have like a whole vanity of makeup, and I'm always getting constantly new makeup palettes or whatever. I wear the same thing every single day. Eyeliner and just regular face. Yeah. That's literally it. And people are like, you have this whole vanity of eyeshadow, palettes, whatever. Like, literally could start my own YouTube channel. And I'm like, I don't think so.
But it benefits me because she lets me come over and just grab what I want.
That is true. I have so much products that I'm like, take whatever you want.
Like I borrow it and I'm like, gracias.
Me being like, I need to buy new makeup.
I know you talking about like the MAC.
The advent calendars. Yeah, the advent calendar. Like, it's $250, I think is what I said. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, that's just pocket change. Let's go ahead and buy it. It's just because I love makeup. Like, even though I don't do my own makeup like I want to, like these beauty girls, I'll just always love makeup just for the packaging itself. Yeah. So,
oh, dude, I'm a whore for packaging.
That's why, like, I'm gonna be controversial. I love Jeffree Star makeup. Love it. Even though now it's starting to become a little plain in a sense. Maybe he'll bounce back, but
yeah, he lost his touch, dude.
But I'm just like makeup, like for example, Jeffree was like that iconic person that came out with like these intricate palettes and just like the packaging and branding, it was just like crazy.
He was the one that was really giving like the full fantasy.
Yeah.
Because some brands will do like a little shot of like the palette and be like, "Our new collection."
And
No,
it's the
Jeffrey-
same 3 browns.
Yeah, but no, Jeffrey was putting in that work with like the photo shoots, the names he would come up with, and he would stick to like the entire theme.
So I'm just like,
It was art at that point.
Yeah, it was. It was peak COVID.
Oh yeah.
Was like good for Jeffrey, but now I'm like,
because it still all looks the same now. Like his Gothic Beach palette looks just the same as his new Scorpio
Cemetery?
palette.
Oh.
Well, it's the Scorpio palette. Like it's the same like browns and purples. Like he opened it and I was like, oh.
Well, the only thing that I'm excited for that I might snatch is the liquid eyeshadow, the unicorn blood one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm like, I might low-key get that one.
What I low-key want to get is it came out with this Gothic Beach collection, the SPF.
Oh yeah.
Because only because it says like SPF 666.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of want that.
Yeah, like I like the packaging.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to get the packaging for Cemetery, because it's like the perfect goth palette that I could just hang somewhere.
Oh, the cremation.
Just like, why do I keep saying
Cemetery or cremated, so something like that.
Cremated, I think it is.
Cremated, yeah.
I keep saying Cemetery, but I'm like, it's literally just gonna collect dust like everything else in my.
I mean, sometimes I do need a great palette, so it'll benefit me.
Just buy it for Adam. Be like,
Yeah.
it's mine, but like not mine.
It's mine, but it's also Adam's.
Yeah.
Oh well, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's a good little episode.
It was.
I like how the questions weren't like how they were before, like very crazy. I mean, like we did get a little deep with some of them, like especially the one about like the religion.
Or
I feel
exes.
Oh yeah, I feel like we have to make a whole episode about like, just like.
Religion's gonna be a 10-part series.
No,
and
for
more.
real, yeah.
It's just crazy.
I'd be down, but not for right now because I want to have fun with this right now.
I was about to say, I was like, not right now.
Yeah, not right now. Imagine like it's a fun episode and boom, trauma.
Boom. It all started in the 1st grade.
It all started when they shoved that Bible down my throat.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, well, that too.
Same. Okay.
Oh, hey, you guys. Thank you guys so much for today's, wow, I can't even speak. Thank you guys so much for watching and hearing us and everything in between, for the support, the love, all of that, for subscribing and everything. And you guys for taking the time out of your day to hear this and keep up with the chaos.
Yeah.
We're back in full effect, you know?
And I might be crazy, but I don't know. Maybe let us know if you guys want this podcast to turn into a visual podcast as well. I'm going to try to be convinced by Adam, but we'll see.
Look at her.
It's because I want to try something new, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it'd be cool to do, like, in video format.
But, the thing is, it's location. So it's just like, we'll figure
Well, I mean, like, our that's how every podcast starts.
We'll
like
figure it out. But if that's what you guys want, or that's what we'll see in the future, like, we'll probably become a visual podcast. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
It's just, let me lose like 1,000 pounds.
Oh my god.
And then we can be okay.
I just have to get ready now.
Just every single time. And you know what? You're going to have to do makeup every single podcast.
Then we'll do it.
Do it. Let's
We'll
go.
do
See,
it.
we already have a set plan.
I know,
You get
bro.
back into your makeup and I get more confident.
Oh my god. And then we'll shave off the pounds with the contour.
Every single part of my body needs to be contoured.
Oh, you see like almost like Trixie, just the harsh
Just
lines.
the harsh lines. Be like, guys, this is my natural face. What are we
God,
talking
what are you guys
about
talking
here?
about? You guys are jealous because I'm so skinny.
I'm so skinny.
and I was carved by the gods. Oh my god.
Literally Adam himself.
Hatred and jealousy looks so bad on me.
It was so last season.
Stop hating on me. Alright, you guys, we will catch all of you in the next episode.
Bye.
Deuces.